Hello dear simmers, here is Kevin. Maybe you know me by now. I designed a fix for the Velocity 1 from Turtlebeach. Some of you, or maybe most of you, have the same issue with this product, and that's the binding when you pull and push the yoke forwards and backwards, especially when you want to throttle and simultaneously steer and pull back the yoke and push the yoke. It's very hard to do, and Turtlebeach was saying this is something that wears in over time, and you should not lubricate this in any way. I would agree to that, because the way this is working, it's with a Teflon bushing that sits around the shaft of the yoke, and it should let the shaft glide easy to the front and the back. But unfortunately, the tolerances of this yoke are, let's say, just bad, and you will probably get some problems within a few weeks of use. Some have problems in some months, or even half a year or a year. It depends on how much you use the yoke. But I find this problem right out of the box. I installed it, and everything was fine. I was steering with two hands, and I was approaching Amsterdam, Schiphol, and on the way to Schiphol I want to throttle back. There was a little bit of a side wind. I want to accommodate for that, and I pulled back the yoke, and I was feeling this resistance, and I thought, what's happening? In this direction there is no problem, but when I steer here and I want to pull back, you see, it's very difficult. And I was looking up on the internet, and I was looking on the Turtlebeach site, and they have a post on there that was issuing this problem, and they told us to do not worry, this will wear in over time and it would be better. And some say it will get better, but in my opinion it even gets worse and worse and worse. And I decided 1 year ago to do something about it, and my great hobby is 3D printing and designing stuff. I make all sorts of things. I'm more of a RC guy, and I make lots of things with my 3D printer, but I thought maybe give it a shot and come up with some solution for this problem. And I made something. I put it on Facebook, on one of the Microsoft Flight Simulator sites, and I asked you guys what you think of it. I had an early prototype, and you were all very positive and interested to maybe buy something of me, and I was thinking, okay, maybe this could take off. And I made it, made some iterations, and tested a lot, and I came up with a final product. And for me, it was working straight ahead, and it was a big difference from the original feeling of the yoke. And I put it on Etsy, and that was 1 year ago almost. And in the meantime, till now I sold over 400 of them, and I got overwhelmed with positive reviews. People are very kind to me and give me a lot of feedback, and also unfortunately some had some problems with installing the binding fixer, and also there was a problem with some yokes that the bearings didn't touch the shaft properly, and I had to send them a new one. And I mean, I'm not here to make lots of money. I just want to help my fellow simmers. So I'm not the baddest guy, but also it was for me from a cost perspective a pretty hard thing to do, to send to everybody all over the world new parts. And luckily there were very few of those that doesn't work, and the majority of you were happy and still are happy. But I was thinking maybe I can improve something, and can make it even better, and I came up with version 3. So version 1 was the prototype, version 2 was the actual binding fixer that I sold, and now this is version 3. I made it a little bit prettier, I think. Not that this is necessary, but I think when you make something and you make money of it, why not making it prettier? So I rounded off these corners, and especially I made the part where it sits on the print bed on your printer. I make a chamfer, so there will not be any burrs or something like that could interfere with the fitting of the binding fixer to the yoke. So I came up with this design, and I'm very happy with it. It's very straight ahead. Install it and just screw the screws in snug, and you're good to go. So I will let you or I will show you now how it is with or without the binding fixer. I will make another perspective in this video, and I also will show you what you get when you buy this from me, and how to put it together. Something you have to know is this bearing. I had to make it as small as I could to reduce shipping costs, and it's just on the maximum height to ship it as a mailbox package. That means that it must fit through the mailbox. So I decided to ship the binding fixer without the wheels in place. So you have to do that by yourself. That's very easy, and I will show you how it's done. So this is the package you will get. It should fit through a mail slot. That's what brings the cost way down to ship it overseas. Let's see what's inside. So you see the part, the printed part comes almost completely assembled, but not the bearings, because they are sticking up just like this much, and that would bring the costs way up high for shipping overseas. So that's why I ship them like this. It makes the package more compact. The binding fixer is built up in two parts, the upper part and the under part. The under part is of course the part where the bearings goes, and it's on the underside of your yoke. Two screws, M5, and there are also some brass threaded inserts here. They are melted in with an hot iron. It's very strong, and you almost can't break it. You have to do your very best to break it. And then of course you have the bearings. This is a little package. I just packed it with a little bit of tape to prevent everything sliding around. You see, when you roll it open, you have 4 bearing pins, and you have 2 bearings. So let's put this aside. All the pins out. So why do I ship them with 4 pins? Some maybe break them, or you have to bear in mind that these are also 3D printed with an SLS printer that's resin based. For the most part they are accurate, but I print a very lot of them, and it could be that there are some imperfections, and they maybe don't fit as smooth as they should. So when you get this package, please make sure they are smooth. Take the best ones for you, and keep the other ones as a reserve or something like that. But you really just need 2. It's very simple. First of all, these bearings, they are actually this black ring is a POM plastic. There are 2 ZZ bearings on both sides, and in the middle there is a brass ring to prevent that the bearings press inwards. So the loads are so the load on this side like this don't press the bearing in. What you have to bear in mind is, maybe you can see it here, let me see, where's the camera? You see this ring in the middle, and it's off center. Some people don't think about that, and they push the pin in, and they give me a call, it doesn't fit, and I broke off some pins, and it won't work, and they just forgot to align the ring in the middle. It's very simple to do. Just take something small, a pin or a needle or a screwdriver or something like that, and you align this to the middle. You have to watch through it and make sure it is centered. Maybe take something bigger, or maybe just use this pin and test if it's going through. This looks pretty good, so let's push it out again. It's very snug. Make sure you do it with both bearings. Everything is okay here. So you take the binding fixer, you take the prepared bearing. You push it in here like this. It clicks right in place. Look through the hole if it's aligned. Take something round and test if it's going through. If that's the case, you take this pin, and now it's important. This pin is printed on a surface, of course. It pulls up from from a resin bath, and it builds up from here to here. So this part here is a bit can have a sharp edge, or like a burr, and has some issues with this in the past, and I can show you real quick. I have the pins from the old design, and you see one big difference. I don't know if the camera catches it, but this one is straight, everything is smooth, but you have this very sharp edge. And here I made a chamfer in the new design that help you push in the pin through the bearing. It's so-called self-aligning. And I also made a like a marking. It's like an indent, just to make sure you find this spot. I try to do my best to make it as easy as possible. So this side with this indent, this marking, goes in through the hole. Push it in as straight as possible, and then you take a hammer or something where you can slam with, but of course a hammer will do the best, and you hammer it very softly. Don't hit it too hard, it can break. It's very brittle, it's very hard, but it has to be hard because you don't want to have play over time. It just don't it just cannot have any play, because it's a fraction of a millimeter that it has to touch the shaft. So if this would bend, you would get all sorts of problems. So hammer it in till it's flush. The same goes for the other bearing. Check again if everything is in the middle. Push this in. Again, take something to make sure it's aligned properly. You take the second pin, make sure the marking is on the side where the hole is, push it in again. Take the hammer, so again it's flush. Maybe give it one hit. Make sure the bearings are rotating freely. Everything looks proper like this. And basically now ready to install it on your yoke. So maybe I have to say some things over these screws. I almost forgot. Depending on what screws I can get, sometimes they come with an Allen key screw, so these ones. And also sometimes I ship them with Phillips head screws. I mean, it's basically the same thing, and I am positive that everybody has tools like this, especially those here who don't have these. And yeah, basically you are finished to install it now, and yeah, let's see how it's done. So now we're ready to install everything. Maybe I show you first the difference between with or without the binding fixer. So now it's, of course, it's not on there. If I pull it back and I let it go, you see how slow it goes back, and I even think it's not going completely to the middle position. This is a little bit smoother, but yeah, you see, and especially 100 left. If you pull, it's, maybe you see it here, it's bending and doing all kinds of stuff, but it feels very bad. Basically, it's, in my eyes, for, what is it, 300 plus euros, it's absolutely unacceptable. It's an expensive piece of equipment, and you would expect that it's working better. I mean, don't get me wrong, I think especially the trim wheel, it's awesome. All the buttons are awesome. I think everything looks very good. Maybe they could have improved on the throttle quadrant. The sticks would fall down. I also made something for that, but you can look it up on the internet. There are some fixes of that, but let's focus now on this fix. So you get the picture. I think you see a clear problem here. I really pull on this, and it's really hard. So while flying, like here is okay, and then you turn and it's a different story, and that is something you don't want within an airplane, and especially not in the real thing. But okay, let's talk about the velocity one. But you get the idea. So you take the binding fixer, you screw one screw like halfway out, the other one you screw it completely out. So you can pivot here. You see also the threaded insert. You go around the shaft. Also, one thing before, it is advisable to clean the shaft with a microfiber towel or something like that, and really never use any kind of lubricant, WD-40 or Teflon or something like that. You maybe get an improvement in the beginning, but on the long run, this stuff goes into the mechanisms, take all sorts of dirt with it, like dust and shmoo, and it rubs on this Teflon bushing. And Teflon bushings, I'm working in the industry, and we use these kinds of bushings a lot, and they are self lubricating. That means they have properties that works the best, just metal on Teflon, and as soon as you put something like a grease or something like that on it, it makes the properties goes away, and it makes it way worse. And this is just an additional help to glide the steering wheel backwards and forwards, and it's no means that it doesn't mean that this is doing all the work. And when you use lubricant, you destroy the inner bearing or bushing, and you will make it worse, most likely. So take your Allen key and screw this screw in, and make sure you make both sides equally snug, so you can touch it with your fingers and feel if the gap is evenly. Push it all the way back, and now it's getting snug. This has to be a little bit in the middle, and it's not necessary to over tighten it. Just make sure it's snug and doesn't want to move anymore, and that should be it. So let's see what it does now. You see, unbelievable better. Still, I am still very happy with this product. I was so annoyed by this problem, and I'm so happy that I have this ability and the equipment to make something for myself to accommodate these kind of issues. And all the more I am happy to share this with you, and can make this product still enjoyable, and yeah, I hope you like this too. And what I have to say, I think this is obvious, and this is way better, and I hope Turtlebeach sees this video and does something to improve their products in the future, because most of all I like their products, but they have to do better, in my opinion, or charge more but make this properly, maybe with these kind of bearings or something else, but this isn't the way they should go. So I think we tackled everything. Maybe I have something that I can say about the STL files now. The STL files you see on my Etsy store are really just only the files, so be careful. My print, I just have one printer to print these things, and it takes a while to get a complete batch finished. I usually make 50 of those, then sell them, then print them again, then sell them again, then print them again, and so forth. And they are not always available, especially not when they are sold out in 2 or 3 days. So look out for that. I marked the STL files on the picture of my Etsy shop with big red letters, STL file. And if you don't have somebody with a 3D printer, or you don't want to print this by yourself and you are expecting a physical part, don't buy the cheaper STL file, and please message me, and I can give you an answer on when or if they are back in stock. And if you have a 3D printer and you want to print this, you just have to print basically this part, and you're not necessarily have to have these inserts, these threaded inserts, or these pins. These pins are, of course, printed with an STL, with a resin printer. Not everybody has a resin printer, so what you can do is very simple. These M5 screws, you can get them basically everywhere. This hole is just enough to screw this bolt in, but also it's exactly 20 millimeters wide, and this screw is exactly 20 millimeters threaded, so you can screw this in and it will work. Also, with the inserts, you can take the same bolt, but may take some longer screws. I would say not 20 but 30 millimeters threaded, or 40 millimeters, and take the screw and a nut, and you also can screw it then in place. So you don't have to have everything. The only part you have to get is these bearings. And let me grab some. These bearings are standard V-slot bearings for 3D printers. If you type in V-slot bearing on Amazon, or basically every printer shop online, they have those. They are standard. I can give you some measurements. Let me see if I have something to measure. There we go. So the other part is exactly 24 millimeters. The width is exactly 11 millimeters. The hole is, of course, 5 millimeters, because of the M5 screws also, and the bearing is a 625ZZ bearing, and they fairly standard. You can get them everywhere, so they're also very cheap. Of course, when you buy them a lot in a bulk, you will get them cheaper, but you only need 2. It's maybe difficult to get only 2, but you'll never know. Maybe you have to change them out sometime, or yeah. So I think you get this, and if you need some help, you can always give me or send me a message, and I will help you to get those. So that was it for me. I hope you enjoyed this video, and also give me a like, share this, and in the description below you find the Etsy shop link, and I will also put every Saturday when they will be in stock. I will put a message on the Microsoft Xbox flight sim group on Facebook. So also there you will see when they are in stock. But feel free to message me and ask for them. For now, I wish you all the best, and have a lots of pleasure with your improved flight stick. Maybe you will hear from me again in the future. I'm maybe planning to make some build videos or flight videos. I'm not sure. I'm not really a YouTuber, and maybe you also hear that my English is not the best. I am from Holland, and yeah, I do my best to make it all understandable and as easy as possible. So I wish you all the best, and good luck. Bye bye.